A family farm with a storied past reinvents itself as a vineyard, and the resulting wine combines soil science with personal preference. Vineyards of Doden in Davidsonville, Maryland, planted their first vines in 2010 on Anne Arundel County's largest working farm.
Doden is a 555-acre farm that is mostly under agricultural preservation. We have had this farm off and on for now 10 generations.
Polly Pittman and her 6 siblings manage the Doden Land Trust.
So we're in between rows of Cabernet Franc on my right and Merlot on my left.
Tom Croghan is Polly's business and life partner.
Well, Polly's dream was always to have a retirement home on the farm.
Tom and I had careers off the farm for most of our lives, and we're keen to think about sort of the third phase of our adulthood, doing a big project here on the farm that would involve making the farm productive.
This is our barrel room. It's 55 degrees, 75% humidity. We've just bottled our 2022 vintage.
Been a huge learning curve in terms of understanding how to farm this site and how to do it in a way that's responsible regeneratively. But thankfully, Tom, with his science background, has been helping us understand the science of soil, the science of biodiversity, and helping us inform our decisions around farm management.
And the way we farm is about creating healthy vines. There's nothing magical that goes on in the cellar.
Yep, no magic, but there is a lot of science. Before Tom and Polly were winemakers, they were leaders in public health research. In addition, Tom is a physician and research scientist whose focus is immunology, the study of what makes us sick.
That is hugely helpful when you're trying to manage a vineyard. Because when you're managing 31,000 vines, like we have here at Doden, it's like managing a small community.
Today, he's checking on some of his current patients.
When I'm out scouting the vineyard, I'm of course looking at the ripeness of the fruit, but I'm looking for disease as well. And this area right here, you can see is a bit of leaf scorch that is characteristic of a bacterial disease called Pierce's. And it is transmitted by an insect vector called sharpshooters. Now, this is exactly where we would expect to see Pierce's disease, and it's because of what's right behind us.
Tom and Polly's public health experience has led them to a more holistic approach to managing their vineyard.
So down here is a riparian area. It is preferred by the sharpshooter.
There is currently no known cure for the disease. The standard treatment is insecticide sprays and removal of all affected vines, plus their unaffected neighbors. Tom, the winemaker, sees large-scale financial damage in tackling a disease with no cure. Tom, the immunologist, sees another option: remove the insect that spreads the disease.
So we're gonna pull out all of this plant material and restore it with a semi-natural habitat that is conducive to the natural predators of the sharpshooters.
One of the things we've learned over the course of the vineyard is that perhaps the greatest challenge to a habitable earth is loss of biodiversity. The more life you have around you, the more birds, the more insects, the more microbes in the soil, which produce better flavored wine, but more importantly, they produce healthier plants. And so it is all about building that biodiversity to have a functioning ecosystem. And ecosystems are really sort of self-regulating, and they become more resilient. And so part of our mission here is to restore that biodiversity, at least in what we can control in our small part of it.
Quinoa, couscous. Here they come.
At Vineyards of Doden, the small things are providing large rewards.
And so their purpose is cleanup.
From cooney pigs and goats that keep the grasses and weeds down.
We even use them as a fungicide delivery mechanism.
to the chickens nibbling up insects.
Chickens also like to eat spotted lanternfly.
Right down to the geese and their Great Pyrenees Willa protecting them all.
The practices that we've implemented have really changed the quality of the fruit. So really looking at building health instead of treating disease or preventing disease as a mindset has been very helpful.
Vineyards of Doden is blending public health and natural sciences to create fine wines and healthier habitats.
And so it's really what makes this place unique and gives it its own character. I won't ever tell you that our wine is better than any of our neighbors, but it's different, and we find it quite pleasurable.